So I went in there with her afterwards for her to like fix me, and it was just a disaster. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video is going to kind of be a piggyback off of my previous video about my bikini prep. So this video is specifically just going to be about peak week, the magical week that everybody thinks about when they think about competing, and then show day. So I'm going to give you all the details, kind of things what I had to do. Everybody's peak week protocol is different. So different coaches want you to do different things, and different things will work better for different people. So you just kind of have to play with it, especially with your first show, and just see how it happens. But anyway, so we'll just get into it. So peak week obviously started on like a Saturday because I competed the next Saturday. So I did that week. I scheduled my tan. So you have to schedule your tan for the day before, and pay for it and everything. And you can either do your own tan, like a DIY thing, or schedule it with like the sponsored like tanning salon people that's with the show. And that's the one I went with them because it's just the easiest route. And especially with your first show, is something you don't want to have to stress about. So I scheduled my tan, and then I did a natural show, so I had to schedule a polygraph. So that Friday afternoon I had to do a polygraph test to make sure that I had been 7 years natural, and they just ask you like 5 or 6 questions. You just obviously answer them, and I obviously passed anyway, so I scheduled that. But I'm trying to think, there's a few things I probably can't remember since it's been so long, but like we had Sunday and Monday. I can't remember what my carbs and stuff were then. I know Monday I did work out. Starting Tuesday, I went 0 carb. So, besides vegetables was the only carbs I got. So, no rice cakes, no rice, no oats, nothing. Just vegetables. And so, I did that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By Thursday, I was feeling like crap. I was like so tired and just no energy whatsoever. Also I did lift throughout that week too, so I still did my lifts and my cardio. For Thursday was my last lift, so I did just a full upper body day. My last day of doing legs was on Monday, so we did legs, and then by then you want to give your legs time to rest and recover, so you don't have they're not inflamed, like the muscles aren't inflamed, so you can see the lines and stuff you have in your legs. So that's why you don't lift legs, close to show day. But so we did upper body day on Thursday, just an upper body circuit to get just more blood flow to the muscles, nothing extreme. And also Thursday I started doing no artificial sweeteners. So no Coke Zeros, no drink mixes, nothing. No sugar-free maple syrup, nothing, okay? Just to eliminate that out of the diet. Next time for my next prep, I do want to eliminate those earlier, just to be for sure. I'm not saying I have any reason of why I think it made a difference, but just so I know, I would like to eliminate those earlier. And so no artificial sweeteners on Thursday. And then Friday, well, throughout the week too, we did manipulate my water intake. I can't remember what all we did, but I know it was kind of different up and down each day. I know I ended up going up to like 1.5 gallons of water a day, and back to 1, and it just kind of, I can't remember exactly, but I know we manipulated it. And then we hit Friday, so 1 day out, still no artificial sweeteners. And then also starting Friday, I had no sodium, so no salt on anything I ate, which kind of sucked because I had to eat. And then she had me eating fish, so I ate tilapia. I had tilapia and rice. I had 6 of those meals throughout the day. Like small, like they were all the same size, just spaced out every 2 hours. And so I finally got some carbs. Friday was just like an awful day. Like, I'm just being honest. It was so awful. Like, I almost didn't go because I felt so bad. I had a headache. I woke up with a headache Friday, and I had a headache all day long. It was just all day, and it was a bad one. Like, it wasn't just like a little headache. It was awful. I don't know if it's just because not having any caffeine or carbs, whatever. But like normally, I started eating the carbs Friday, I should start feeling better, and it just didn't hit me Friday. Like, I just did not feel good. But so I started eating fish and rice. I had to drink 2.5 gallons of water before 2:30 in the afternoon, and that I couldn't have any more. losing this. I was chugging some water. Had to pee like crazy. Anyways, that's to help like fill up my muscles, and then I quit drinking the water. So anyways, that did the water, and then I had on Friday I didn't have to lift or anything. I just had one cardio session, so I had to do an hour on the treadmill, just 1 hour on the treadmill just to sweat. And that was my last cardio session of the prep. So I did that. I still had a headache all day long. Almost whenever we went to leave for my show that afternoon, I almost just like wanted to stay home just because I felt so bad. I just felt awful. But I still went, obviously. I got everything together and went. I had to prep all my food to bring to have that night and the next day. And also, I'm going to insert this picture. So I never posted it on Instagram, but I want to put it here just so y'all can see, because it's crazy. So my coach, she made this side-by-side picture of me. So I took a check-in picture Friday afternoon. I had to take pictures like a few times throughout the day just so she could see how my body was changing. So I took a check-in picture that afternoon, and then compared to my picture the morning of show day, so that next day, like, the difference is insane because of it's like the power of peaking is what, you know, so everybody peaks differently. You manipulate sodium, water, carbs, everything, and it just, your body just changes the way it looks. So I'm going to insert this picture right here. See, and just like see my oblique and my lines just crazy. And I did have my tan at this point in the second picture too, so that's gonna make a difference too, but it's just crazy to see the difference. So I just want to put that in there just so y'all can see, because it's so cool. Like, it may be a little bit too much to post on Instagram, but it's really cool. Anyway, so I put that in here so y'all can see. And I did eat fish Friday just because it's easier digestion. So instead of eating like chicken or beef or anything, fish, it's easier, like it's real, you know, obviously softer, so your body has to work as hard to digest it. So that's why I eat fish. But so we left. My show was up, it was about 2.5 hours away, so we drove up there. I had to get my polygraph, and then I got my tan. So you strip down, butt naked, and you get sprayed. This is actually my very first tan ever, like spray tan. Never had one before. So my first experience, it was cold. I was freezing. And apparently my body does not do very well with tans. I never had one, so I didn't know. And it just did not take very well. Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't the best. So anyways, like on show day, you get a touch up anyway, so I obviously did that. But I mean, it looked really cool though to be that tan. It was pretty neat. And then you start seeing more like lines pop out and stuff just because you're darker. It's really cool. But so I had my tan, and then I went that night. You have an athletes meeting. So for every show, you pretty much have an athletes meeting the day before, and you just meet with all the other athletes and the show promoter, and they just kind of give you the breakdown of show day and how it's going to go. They tell you everything. You get a goodie bag with some treats and stuff, so that's really cool. And then that night, I had to drink. I took 2 tablets of vitamin C, and then a cup of dandelion root tea. I drank a cup of that. Those are both like a form of a kind of like a diuretic to a degree, just a natural diuretic. So it helped to flush out the water if I was holding any water. So I drank that night and took the vitamin C, and then I went to bed Friday night. Slept amazing. I finally just felt, I woke up Saturday morning, it felt incredible. No headache, nothing. That sleep was just what I needed. I had all those carbs in me now. I just felt so much better. So woke up Saturday. I had to eat. I had to go down to the breakfast thing at the hotel, and I could eat a pancake and some eggs. So I ate some eggs and a pancake. It was amazing. So that was my breakfast, and then we just had makeup and hair. My cousin did my makeup, so I didn't have to pay for that. I did my own hair. I just kept it straight with some volume in it. Went and got my tan touched up. That's a different experience too, you know, being there butt naked with multiple people, you know, all girls, whatever, but it's just kind of weird. But you kind of get used to it after a while. It's just like, whatever, like, we're all here doing the same thing, so it doesn't matter. So I got my tan touched up, and then we're just backstage waiting for the show, put my suit on, everything, was ready. walked out on stage. I'll insert some clips to like stage shots and things here too, so y'all can see maybe a video or two also. But so we went to prejudging. So with shows you have prejudging and then you have finals at night. So prejudging's in the morning. That's basically when the judging is done to a degree. But you walk out there, and then with this show you had to do a T-walk. So you had to walk to the middle, to the side, back to the middle. And that was like your the walk for like your individual routine. And so you walked, posed at each spot. You had to do comparisons. So they put you all in a line, they compare you front, side, and back. You hit all your poses. I'll insert more pictures here for y'all to see. So that was prejudging. It was really cool. Those lights are really hot, and your girl started sweating real bad. So I got off the stage, and also with my tan, they offered you could get like a glaze or whatever, so you look shiny and you pop more on stage. And everybody got one, so I got one. And you just feel disgusting. And you like if you touch anything, it will like come off on your fingers. And I think it was just the tanning, like that company that did it. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody has that problem. So it was a mess. And then I sweated, and I just felt awful. And so I went in there with her afterwards for her to like fix me, and it was just a disaster. And so she told me just to wait till later and see what it looked like, and I may need to shower. So I was like, okay. Anyways, I left prejudging. It was a really cool experience. So I actually got to eat Chick-fil-A after that. Just a grilled chicken sandwich and fries and a small drink. But it was so good. So I ate Chick-fil-A for lunch, and then we just went back to the hotel and chilled, just rested. I ended up having to take a shower. I will insert what I looked like before the shower. Awful. It was so bad. So I showered everything off. I got my makeup touched up, redid my hair and everything. Then went and got tanned again, and it took a lot better the second time, like much better. And I did not get the glaze for finals. I was like, nope, I am not doing that because I felt disgusting. So I just got the tan, and it looked so much better. I was so happy. Major improvement. So then finals, and I did this for prejudging too. You pump up backstage, so you either they had some weights, so I brought my bands, and you just pump up backstage just to get blood in your muscles and get a pump, and so they pop more. And I also I was instructed to eat just a piece of candy, something sweet with some sugar in it. And I never really knew why I had to eat that, but part of it I'm wondering is because so my blood sugar wouldn't drop on stage, and so I wouldn't like fall or get dizzy or off balance or anything. And I also ate rice cakes throughout too, just to increase my carbs as we went along. And so then we had finals. I got 5th place, and so it was really awesome. I had an amazing time, and it was a smaller show, so I'm glad I did a small show for my first one, just to have the experience and to not just be so culture shocked kind of to a degree. It was just awesome. It was just the best feeling ever being up there, and it just makes you for next time want to be even better and like to beat that girl that was on stage. And it makes you want to practice your posing more, go do that cardio, eat the right food. It helps you so much, like just so you have that tangible feeling, and so like what you're aiming for. So that's why for my next show I'm really excited. I'm going to do even better, I have no doubt. So that was my show, 5th place. They had boxes of donuts after the show, so your girl got a donut. It was amazing. So took pictures, everything. I went to the judges and got some feedback. So after every show, you can always go down to the judges table and ask for feedback of what you can improve on, what was good, everything. And so I got some feedback. He said I did really well. He's like, I have a really good figure for bikini. It's just for me to be leaner. And I don't think he even said anything about my posing, but I'm obviously going to improve on that too. But just bring in my glutes and everything, just continue to train. But he said I had I had a lot of potential, so that was really good. So I got judges' feedback. I met some really cool people. So some of the other people that competed along with me, it was really cool to meet people that had been going through the same thing. And also when I go to do it again, I have other people that understand, what you're feeling and what you're going through. Because it's hard to explain this kind of stuff to your family and friends that have never done anything like this. So they have no idea, what you're talking about, basically. Like why you feel so bad or why you're doing this and everything. And why you're not eating that piece of cake. It's hard to explain. So it's cool to have some people that have common interests with you. But I'm trying to think of anything else after the show. I got all my stuff together. We took pictures. Then we went and ate post-show meal. Oh, freaking amazing. It was so good. I had been thinking this whole time what I wanted, and I could not think of anything specifically. A lot of people want burgers and fries. That's a really common thing, or pizza. And I just didn't want any of that. I just didn't really, it would have been good, obviously, but I didn't really have anything specific that I wanted. So I came up with, I had been thinking about Olive Garden because I love some pasta, or Longhorn, and we ended up going to Longhorn. And so I had an amazing meal. I ate too much. I got dessert, of course. I ate the whole thing. It was so good. It was one of the best meals ever, honestly. And then I slept good that night. And then I'll talk about my, starting the day after my show. I'll talk about that in the next video, about post-show reverse diet thing. But anyways, if y'all ever have any questions about competing or want to know, anything else that I haven't covered in these videos, feel free to ask me. I'm definitely going to do it again. Obviously, that's kind of why I came with the idea to do these videos, is because I had kind of got the itch to compete again. And I had been, enjoying living my life, not tracking macros, not counting stuff, and just, being whatever, not having this goal, but I miss it a lot. Actually, I don't know why, it just all of a sudden came up and I want to do it again. But it's a big undertaking if you're going to do it right, with so much commitment and dedication and just time, So it depends on the season of life that you're into. So if you have the time for it, have the money for it, that's one thing. But if you don't, then you need to hold off, work on building more muscle until then. There's always something you can be doing to get better for in the future. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for your support. Hope everybody is doing well, being safe during this time. Yeah, but love you guys. See you in the next video. Mwah.